Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in the last episode, we were at the Woodland and we used 2 of our 5 queens from BS honeybees to manage our colonies there. Now, we're at our first apiary and we're gonna make some splits. Right, let's go over to the hives. Let's see if we got enough bees to make splits with our 3 mated BS honeybees F1 Buckfast queens. Super excited to make some more splits because we'll have more colonies and more bees. So we got a couple Payne's Poly Nucs, we've got our classic BS honeybees, and we're also trying out a new nuke I've got from Oldcastle Farms. So yeah, really interested to see how this does compared to the BS honeybees ones that we previously used to. This is made out of a different type of polystyrene or polyethylene, and it's more spongy. You don't need to paint it. Seems like a good idea, so we're going to give this one a try as well. So here we are, we've got our 3 queens that are remaining. So as you'll see in the last episode, I've already popped the tabs on these and I've just covered the ends with masking tape. Just going to pop them in my pocket. Okay, so this is a split I did a couple weeks ago, and hopefully there's enough bees here to split them once again. Oh wow, they're really drawing that out. Okay, so we got a nuke, looks like it's quite full, plenty of bees in here. What I'm going to do is hive it up and take a split from it. Let's first move our nuke out of the way and pop our hive in the position where the nuke was. And slowly transfer our frames over and we can have a look for our queen. That's just a frame of foundation. It's another frame of foundation. Oh, it's the wrong way around, isn't it? Let's go that way. Makes a bit more sense, doesn't it? Help if I got it the right way around. It's a nice frame of stores. So there's our queen. She's a 2026 F1 Buckfast. I believe this is from Honeyfield's Bee Farm. So yeah, she's doing well. Let's pop her in here. Nice and gently. Okay, so we've got our queen out of the way. Excellent, good news. Look at that, nice fully capped frame of brood. Last week, this was all foundation. So that is pretty impressive. Okay, not actually as much brood as I thought there would be in this colony. So I think we'll leave it. Let's, I'll tell you what, let's double brood this box. Pop that frame in as well. Didn't actually make a split from this one. I think it's doing well, don't want to knock it back too much. Yeah, let's get a feeder on it as well so they can draw out all these big brood frames. Stick that on, that's our English style feeder. I have got a lot of the Poly Ashforth feeders from Abello, but I actually find these are easier. The bees seem to come up, it's in the center of the hive, and it's super easy to clean. You can take it off, give it a wash in the sink. Let's get some syrup in here, and then let's move on to the next colony and see if we've got enough bees to make a split from there. Try and do this quick, save any bees flying in and drowning. No, the bees are going in. Come on. Oh, come on. What are you doing? I've actually built the Eek into one of these deep roofs, so that should just go on like that. One hive done, but we haven't done any splits yet. We've got 3 queens, so hopefully we have enough bees. I don't know, we'll see. Let's go on to our next hive. Hopefully there's more bees in that one. Now, apparently it can be quite aggressive this time of year because there's no wasps, no wasp pressure with making your splits. I have heard people just use 1 frame of brood and 1 frame of stores, but we'll see. Look at these super frames. Building those out nicely with honey. Tasty. All right, let's get the super out the way. Oh, our queen's there. She's just there. I want to see if this play cup is charged. No. Okay, this is tricky when the queen is on the first frame. I'm trying to make some space for her. Try and do this one-handed. So let's get her back in the hive nice and safe. Okay, so our queen is to the side and out of the way. Again, that means we can have a look through our frames now without having to worry about hurting the queen, and we can try and see if we've got enough bees to make a split. Cat brood there. I think we're going to use this one. All right, let's get this in the nuc. Nice, good capped frame of brood. Let's get this out of the way to start with. It's a frame of larva and cat brood. Nice frame of cat brood there as well. I'm just putting all the cat brood just to the side for a minute so we can see how much brood we actually have, and then can make the splits decision from there. So we've got like 5-ish frames of cat brood. I'm going to leave 1.5 frames in here, and then I'm going to use 2 frames each to put into 2 nucs. So that's 2 of our queens. Oh, it's a lovely day. Right. So these are some drawn out frames I had before. I've just used them. I just stored them in this nuc for now, so we can use these with the splits. We've got our old Castle Farms hive here as well. So let's get this emptied. Let's close the entrances. That's a good frame. That one in there. We'll leave that frame in here. So we've got 2 good frames of brood in each. And then let's add in some stores. So it's a frame of half capped stores. We can pop that in. A little bit of stores in that one and some pollen. So we've got a frame of stores, 2 frames of brood, and I'm going to finish that off with some foundation. Right, let's introduce our queens before they get too hot in my pocket. So we can see our little queen's in there. She's got a little white dot for the year 2026. And we're just going to pop her gently in between the frames of brood. Separate them a little bit. Like that. Let's put our lid on. Do exactly the same for this. So like I say, I've popped the tabs on these already and put a bit of masking tape on them. So normally when you're introducing a queen, what you do is you put the queen in as it is, come back 24 hours later, then pop the tabs. But putting the masking tape on it just gives it another day, so you don't actually have to bother coming in at all. So we can just pop this in and we can leave them for a complete week before going in again. There we go. Now it might have been better to introduce the queen once we actually finished the transportation and put them on the roof, but I got the queen in my pocket. I'm just going to introduce it. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. 2 splits done. Let's get this hive back together. Foundation to fill in. Hopefully that hasn't knocked that colony back too much, and we've got 2 good splits with our mated queens in. I'm just going to carry and put them in the shade for a minute. Keep them nice and cool. I was going to try and leave this hive. This is the hive we combined in one of our earlier videos, but obviously not enough bees in the other colonies that I've got, so we're going to try and see if we got enough brood to steal out of this one. Lots of bees in here anyway. It's a good frame of stores. Wow. I might pop that in actually. Let's just check our queen isn't on here. There's our queen. She's doing well. Okay, so we know where she is. Actually more bees than I thought. Wow. Maybe I should have done that, should have split this one instead of stealing so many bees out of the other one. Yeah, they might be a bit congested. Definitely should have made the splits with this hive. But there you go, keep on learning. I'll fill that with foundation and then let's shake some bees in. Okay, hopefully that's enough. Checkerboard with some foundation. Okay, let's get our final queen in here. Third and final. She's just there. So we're gonna do the same as the others. Pop her in there horizontally. There we go, let's get the lid and get it closed up. Right, I'm gonna take this one and pop it in the shade as well. Okay, so there we go, we made our 3 splits with our 3 nucs. We're gonna take them to our bedroom apiary. We're gonna set them up on the roof and hopefully they'll do really well there. Perfect, fit well in there. Right, let's get to the bedroom apiary. It doesn't get any easier bringing them up here. Ooh. But this is exactly why I want them on this roof. It is so hot up here. The heat just radiates off this flat roof. Let's get our hood up. Let's get these in position. So you might see I've got 3 nucs here already. These were put here a couple weeks ago. These were queens from Honeyfield's bee farm. Did start doing a video on that. Didn't quite get around to finishing it off. So we've just gone ahead and we'll jump into this video instead. But yeah, we've got our 3 nucs, so we're gonna add these to our other 3 for a total of 6 nucs here. And just trying to figure out which orientation would be best. Yellow entrance, blue entrance. Just trying to keep the entrance color a bit different. Layout so all the bees know they're all facing different ways and different color entrances. Okay, let's start off with our Oldcastle Farms. Okay, so I've opened our entrances up now. I'm just gonna have a quick peek, crack the lid open and make sure our queen cage hasn't fallen down. Really am liking this Oldcastle Farms nuc. Yeah, don't have to paint it. You could probably power wash it as well and it wouldn't fall apart. Yep, they're doing fine. Queen acceptance goes up when you feed them syrup. So it'll also help them draw out all the foundation. Just make sure it's not leaking any syrup. If that syrup was to leak, it'd absolutely cover the queen and kill her. So there we go, we had 5 queens from BS Honeybees and we've managed to find a hive and a home for each one of them. We've got 3 more nucs on our roof here and yeah, it is absolutely cooking. So if you stayed this long, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.